How do I know if the sound's actually still working? Okay. Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. Coach Najja here with our Super Soccer Stars Distance Learning. Now, guys, I hope that you guys have been practicing. We've had an entire awesome long weekend, but that is no excuse to slack off. Okay, so now guys, as you can see, the first thing that I always do in all our sessions, we want to make sure our play space is clear. Now, some of you don't have as big a play space as me. Okay, I have quite a large one. Some of you guys have a very tiny play space. And one of the other things I want to note is some of you are working with wood floors, tile floors, as opposed to turf, grass, or carpet. Now, I want you to understand something. On carpet or turf or grass, the ball is going to slow down on its own, okay? Because that's what it does. Friction pulls the ball back. But if you're on tile or wood floors or a very smooth surface, concrete, the ball is just going to roll real fast. It's not going to stop. So I want you to gauge whatever your play space is. Take the time and really think about where you're playing, how that's going to affect how you dribble on the ball. Today's focus is really going to be around how we dribble, particularly using two surfaces of our foot. We're going to focus on one, the inside of our foot. Okay, that's going to be our first focus. We want to make sure we're learning how to control the ball with our big toe into our arch. And then we're going to switch and focus on our little toe into the side of our foot. Okay, and I'm going to really try and hone in on how we're going to do that. Okay, I'm going to walk you through really quickly, but this is just to show you. We're going to be focusing on similar movements to what we've learned in the TikToks, but we're going to be learning on how to dribble the ball in an inside of the foot motion, controlling the ball with a pull to the inside of our body, okay, versus a push to the outside of our bodies, using the outside of the foot, okay, outside of the foot. You see that? I'm really trying to control the ball with my toe tucked down and pushing. Now, we're going to get to the nuance. I want you guys to get ready to loosen up. Before we start any of our soccer drills, we have to warm our bodies up, okay? So do me a favor. Go ahead and put your soccer balls behind you. Again, make sure your play space in front of you is clear. We are jumping straight into our warm-up. Okay, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to lightly jog, okay? Let's just get ourselves ready. Swing your arms. Get your body moving. Make sure that your legs are energized, because if you try to start straight onto the soccer ball, you're going to notice everything is going to be heavy, okay? You're going to feel your feet sluggish, so get yourselves warmed up, okay? And so here's where I'm going to focus. Start with a nice little jog in place, nice and easy, nothing crazy, about 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and then we're going to switch to high knees. I'm really going to try to explode and push my feet up high to really get myself working hard. Okay, so you can see it. I'm pushing my knees up nice and strong. Okay, and then after our high knees, we're going to switch to our glute kickers. Okay, these are going to bring our heels up to flick the back. Okay, just like that. Different than a light jog. Really whip those legs up there and focus on getting those legs warmed up. Now, another stretch I like to do, or another warm-up rather than I like to do, is an open and close exercise. It's like a jumping jacks without the arms. If you want to add the arms, great. If not, I just like to get the legs opening and closing to really open up our adductor area. That's inside groin muscles, okay? And then we're going to switch to a split stance, okay? All it is a split step, quick, easy, okay? Switching at the same time. Those 4 movements are really going to act in a way to warm your body up. And now we're going to break into our stretches. How this is going to work? I want to start opening up my groin area to my right and my groin area to my left. I'm going to start with a hip close. So I'm going to start with my leg out, and I'm going to roll it to the inside. Step, roll it to the inside. Now, I'm using the line in the middle of the floor just to gauge to you guys how the movement looks. I'm going to start out to the outside, and I want to bring this leg up and across, and notice they're both on one side. I'm going to step, back here, and then I'm going to do the same motion again. Step, pull, step, pull, step, pull, step, pull, and then we're going to switch and go back. Step, pull, step, pull. Notice I'm opening my stance each time so that I can really get that hip going. Now that's a closed hip. We're going to now work on opening the hip. Same thing. I'm going to come across, back, across, back, open, open. You see the difference? Instead of going close, I want to sweep it in a full circle and open that hip area up. Now, the reason why that's important, and I'm going to show you guys, is when you're taking shots or you're doing movements like the scissors or the step over, those movements are so important to really open up your hip. Anytime you shoot, hip is opened up for the shot. Boom! You can't shoot with a closed hip, okay? Everything's going to be really difficult to really get that shot off and gain power. So everything we do, whether it's through dribbling, passing, shooting, receiving the ball, you really want to get your hips to open up and body opened up for the possession of the ball, okay? So those are our two stretches, opening up those hip areas. And now our last part of our warm-up is just to get our bodies comfortable dribbling the ball. Now remember, I told you guys in the beginning, there's two surface areas that we're going to focus on, the inside of the foot and the outside of the foot. So in our warm-up dribble, we're going to keep things really light, no markers on the ground. We're just going to try to maximize our touches. I would love it if you guys can give me 100 touches, only counting the insides and the outsides of your foot. And you're going to do this all the way till you get to 100, okay? If you can count to 100, you're amazing. If not, just try to give yourself about 5 minutes to just control the ball, get comfortable. You can take a break if you need. You can catch your breath, get some water. But notice my objective here is to only push the ball with the outside of my shoe, okay? Nice and easy. I'm not racing against any clock, okay? And the inside of our shoe, just like that, okay? And in that you can add step overs, scissors, tic-tocs. You can even hit your drag back and then turn it into a sweep. But the focus is making sure you guys are tapping with the insides and the outsides of the ball. You guys understand that? Okay, that's going to be our next warm-up. Now, that's the area where you guys should be getting yourselves moving, sweating, energized. I don't want flat foot dribbling, okay? If you're on your heels, you're in a lazy dribbling position and you're not going to gain the speed that you're actually capable of. So get yourselves up on the ball of your foot and really try to control that soccer ball, okay? Change directions. Avoid hitting obstacles. Dribble at something. If I dribble towards a wall, change directions, come back, okay? I'm really trying to really get my feet to obey me. I want to try practicing, not having to rely solely on looking at the ball, keeping my head up, making sure that I'm moving comfortably and swiftly, okay? Once you've eclipsed that time, once you've got either 100 touches or you've just been comfortably dribbling for anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes, now we're going to work on our inside-outside hook turns, okay? These are one of my favorite skill moves. Very simple. All you need to start is 2 markers, really just one, but later on we're going to bring in the second one. So I'm going to give you guys a second to find anything. It can be a pair of shoes. It can be an old shirt. You can throw that right on the ground. In fact, I'll show you guys how that'll work. I'm going to take an old shirt, throw it right down. That's going to be marker number 1, okay? The objective here is to just dribble straight at my marker and then turn with the inside of my foot, okay? So I want you guys to see my path is going to go up, around, and back. And I want to try this in as little touches as I can. So I'm going to go up. I'm using the insides of my foot to control the ball. I'm going to use only my right leg and back down, okay? So you guys see that? And now I want to do the same thing, but with my left foot. So up, I'm switching the direction, and I'm using the inside of my foot to go around that marker. Again, going around, I'm tight to my marker. I want my ball to go a little bit past it, and then I step and I'm going to control and wrap around that marker. Same thing. Going back to the left, I'm tight to my marker, ball passes it, and then I control and go around. So I want to show you guys one more time. I'm going to actually position it forward so you can see what we're doing. I'm going to use my right leg so you guys can get an idea. I'm dribbling forward, okay? As the ball passes my marker, I now want to try to step into this pivot, okay, right here. So I'm making sure to block off this defender, and I'm going to pull that ball around. Did everybody see that? Again, if I do it with my left foot, I want to make sure I let the ball pass my marker, and then I want to step in, just providing a little bit of a shield between the defender and my ball, and then I'm going to hook. Notice, there's always a body between my ball and the defender, and then I'm back, okay? And I'm getting used to doing this with both feet. Step to shields, hook, and wrap, okay? Again, step to shields, hook, and wrap. So you guys see, I'm solely focusing on the inside of my foot to really wrap around the ball. Now, I want to show you guys really quickly, when I do this, two things I want to avoid. I don't want, actually bring this right here so you guys can always get a straight on view of it. I don't want to do this. Do you guys see the problem with my positioning? If I'm trying to do the hook turn, the ball is so far away from my body that my angle is off. I'm off balance. There's no real way that I can do this at speed. So when I do this, I need to move with my ball, okay? So I'm going to change up my style of dribbling. I'm going to use my laces a little bit. I'm pushing with my laces. Look where I am to the ball, okay? I push with my laces. Look where I am to the ball. I always want to be chest top on the ball. I don't want the ball to be out here because I can't get my move. I can't do my touch the way I want to because the ball is too far away from me. You see? So I want to try to make sure when I do this move, I'm right on top, and you see, I'm controlling it each time. Each time I'm right here, I'm on top of the ball, step and touch, step and touch. See this? I'm going in a circle around, always providing a body between my defender and me, my ball. Okay, see my foot? I'm always making sure I'm stepping and hooking. Okay, same thing if I go back the other direction. Okay, all your movements should be over the ball, and very, very few of them should be angled away from the ball. It's a very hard thing to do to control the ball when you're out like this on a diagonal. Okay, so now, we're now going to move on to the outside of the foot. Does everybody understand the inside touch? We're using that hook to really pull the ball using the inside of our foot. Now, the opposite is true for the outside. With the outside, I want to think if I'm moving the ball, I want to get my foot outside and around. You guys see that? So I don't want to be here. Let me show it to you from the side. I don't want to be here because watch what happens when I turn. I can't hook the ball. You're trying to gather the ball. Okay? So watch again where I put my foot. I go in front of the ball. You see this? So when I hook, did you guys see that? It sends the ball in the direction I want to turn. So I'm here, in front, and then hook. You guys see that? So whenever I hook, there's enough of my foot to wrap around that ball and control it. So I'm going to show you going around our marker, tick-tocks to control the ball, outside hook to bring it back. Okay? Again, if we use the outside of the foot to dribble, I'm using the little toe to push forward. I'm going to now use the right foot. I pass that marker, and I cut outside. Okay? Now, one little change. I just made a mistake, and I want to point out to you. Okay? Remember what I told you guys about making sure there's always a foot, a body between you and the defender? I want you guys to watch this. If my defender is here, okay, and I'm dribbling forward, I pass my defender, and then I do an outside hook turn. Who can get to the ball? The defender, that's right. So, I want you to think, if I'm going here, what's the best direction to outside hook turn? Would it be A, to the right, where the defender has access to it, or B, to where my body is between the ball. I'm still using that outside hook turn. You guys see that? I'm still taking that defender away. If I'm here, I still make sure body between me and the defender, and then I hook the ball and go in the opposite direction. So I want to try to make sure I'm always dribbling away from the defender, never towards. Slight little change. When you're wrapping around there, you always want to dribble away from the defender. Now, for the sake of it, you guys can go into the marker. That's okay. But ultimately, as you guys are thinking about the game, I want you to think, never dribble into a player where they have closer access to the soccer ball than you do. Okay? It's just something to stick in the back of your brain. And when you start playing in more travel games, you're going to keep that in your brain for moves you don't want to do. Okay? Always think, keep the defender away from your soccer ball. Now, we're working on those outside hook turns. Okay? So we're going to focus on dribbling forward, outside hook turn, back. Okay? Same thing, dribble forward, outside hook turn, coming back. Okay? Did you guys see that? I'm going forward, outside hook turn, going back. Okay? Change directions, forward, outside hook turn, coming back. Okay? So you guys just focused in on the inside and outside hook turns. Now, here's where we're going to bring our two markers involved. Okay? So for this to work, I want you guys to space out your markers about 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'll show that again. 1, 2, 3. About 3 steps between. Now that's going to give, enough distance to navigate in a figure 8 pattern. Okay? This distance is going to give an average player enough play space to, if they're losing control of the ball, they can still gather it back before they get to a marker. Okay? And the objective here is to just do our figure 8s. Outside hook turn, outside hook turn. Notice what I'm doing. Right foot, switch left foot. Okay? Left foot, switch right foot. Who can tell me which turn I'm doing? Am I doing outside hook turns or inside hook turns? Who can tell me? Outside hook turns or inside hook turns? Really pay attention, okay? The right, I'm doing the outside hook turns. Now, same thing applies. Right foot, pull in to inside. Good, we're dribbling. Left foot, pull to inside. So you guys see, my figure 8 is happening by going in and out, breaking the middle line of the cones and really wrapping around, breaking the middle line of the cones, really wrapping around, okay? So that's our basic figure 8. At no point should that ball be stopping. Now, for those of my more advanced dribblers, if this drill is super duper easy for you, okay? Simply closing your figure 8, okay? A simple adjustment by width means now you have to try to maximize your touches. You see what I'm doing? Coach has to get low and really speed up and control. Up, up, up. Look at how far that ball's getting away from me. So I got to come back. I want to make sure I'm working on my control to really focus on trying to get that ball under my control. So I'm not losing possession of the ball, whether I'm using my outside of my foot or the inside of my foot. So I always have control of that ball, and I'm maximizing that touch. Now, for that to work, I shrunk in the cones. If that's too difficult, please go back to what we did in the beginning. 3 steps gives you more room and gives you the ability to really space out your movements. Now, as you saw, coach is really trying to focus on building that speed. So I'm coming up, outside hook turn, dribbling, switch, outside hook turn, dribble, switch, outside hook turn. So you see, I'm really trying to make sure the ball remains under my chest. My knee is over the ball when I'm dribbling. I'm not trying to dribble out here because I'm just going to end up playing chase with the ball. I want to stay in control of the ball. Okay? Now again, some of you guys, more my 7-year-olds, my 8-year-olds, you guys are going to be like, Coach, this is super easy. We did this. Here's where I want you to now take it to the next level. Okay? We still are going to maintain our figure eight drill, but watch what happens as we break the plane, okay? As we break this plane, I want you to now add a scissors, okay, into your outside hook turn, okay? A scissors, so I'm pushing through, scissors into my outside hook turn. Did you guys see that again? As I'm breaking the plane, scissors, outside hook turn. You guys see that? Scissors, outside hook turn. So every time I'm leading, okay, I'm outside hooking around blue with my left foot. So I want to hit the step over the scissors with my right, feinting, and then cutting back, okay? Cutting through, feinting, and then going around that marker. Now, for those of you that don't know, feint just means to do a little juke, to just try to shake a player in one direction, to just mislead a defender one way and come back the other way. That's what it means to draw a feint. So with this movement, all we're doing is we're now incorporating a simple scissors, a one-legged scissors, leading out, boom, and then hitting that outside hook turn. And now, just for my real soccer pros, I have a question, okay? And I really want you guys to try to answer this, okay? Where do you think the most appropriate time to hit the scissors? If this is my defender, and just for the sake of it, I'm going to add my two defenders. They give them more. They're more like defenders. These are my little baby chairs. Now, if a defender is there and a defender is here, and this is actually a really good drill, if you have your parents with you, you actually can do this around your parents. Ask your parents to sit down in two chairs and try to really get you used to dribbling against pressure. Okay? Mom and dad's not going to try to win the ball. They're just going to sit. So now you have a player in front of you, and you have to get used to what it looks like to dribble against another human being. Okay? Even that simple act without any pressure, your dad's not going to stick out his foot, mom's not going to stick out her foot. If they do, then hey, you can take your skills up to the next level. But one thing you can learn is just what it looks like to play a player face to face. Okay? So for that, I'm going to put my chairs out. Now I want you to watch. I'm breaking the plane. That's defender A. Where should I hit my scissors? My outside hook turn should be here. Okay? Should I hit my scissors A here? Okay? Because the next touch is the outside hook turn. Not really taking the defender. Or should I try to get a little closer here and then fake the defender and then come back around? Which one do you guys think? Should it be A, hit the scissors here, and then try to do an elongated outside hook turn? Or should I dribble, boom, and then cut back? What do you guys think, A or B? Okay? That's right, exactly, guys. Make sure you're drawing the defender out of position before you deceive him with the step over, okay? So now, we did the step over to outside, okay? That's combo one. The next one we're going to do, okay? This is going to be one of my favorite combos. This is going to be a step over into an inside hook turn, okay? And I'm going to show you what it's going to look like here. So we're dribbling here, okay? The same thing. I want to hit a step over and then come back into this. Actually, sorry, I misspoke. We did it opposite. This one is going to be the scissors into the inside hook turn. Okay, I misspoke. Scissors into the inside hook turn. We're actually going to do that same move. So as I'm drawing past the chair at defender B, as I get here, I want to make sure, remember, I'm turning this way, so I'm drawing that left leg in. So I want to make sure open up here and then hook. Remember in the beginning we talked about having that person between the defender? Here is the perfect opportunity. I'm using my right leg, so I want to make sure I'm going scissors, body between the defender, and then inside hook turn. Okay? Same thing. I'm going scissors, drawing that body as a shield, and then I hit that inside hook turn. Okay? So just here we go, a little at speed. Boom. That was the outside hook turn. Here we go. Boom. And now we're hooking the ball with the inside. Okay? Here we go. Scissors and around. Okay? And you see, notice, I'm now starting to really try to play against these chairs with each of these movements. Scissors, drawing that shielding foot. I'm not going too fast. Okay? Outside hook turn. And as you can see, I can incorporate both. I can try to do outside hook turn and inside hook turn. Boom, outside hook turn. And then right back to inside hook turn. You see, and I'm increasing my speed with each level and each trick. What the focus here is to really get used to turning in, out, away from danger, away from that defender, and really play to the open space. You're practicing now to keep your head up, to really look for what you're doing, and to really hone in how we touch the ball. Over the next few days, we're going to be focusing on the surfaces of the foot and different ways to ball control and dribble the ball. So far, remember, today's objective was inside and outside of the foot, and we really focused on that hook turn. Guys, you've been doing an incredible job. Make sure to clean up your play space, and let's have some fun. I'll see you guys in the next session. Great job.